Must have played a good team. There's a lot of people here.
I feel like that was a pretty good statement win in some ways. Just they were able to play in all zones and really dominate a lot of that game.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people doubted what we could do against top teams, and that's a top team right there. And I thought we played pretty well for the most part. Every game there's ups and downs and things that we can correct if you want to get nitpicky and things like that. But for the most part, we played with pace and fast, and I thought it was probably an exciting game for the fans to watch.
Nice to see the two new guys kind of get on the board and contribute right away, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, you can see what they do for our team. They stabilize a lot of things. I think having another puck mover back there to transport the puck to our forwards and let them play with it, and Stemp's always in the right spot up front. So it's nice to have those guys, and the more we play with them, the more they'll gel into this room, and it'll be beneficial for our team.
What helped you kind of slow them down a little bit through the middle of the ice and stuff?
Yeah.
And the same night that Julian ties the all-time record.
Yeah, we just talked about it. They said that their top two lines do the majority of their scoring, so we just talked about if we can shut them down and keep them on the outside, which I thought that we did a great job at. So that was definitely good to see. And as far as the coach goes, yeah, I think he's got. I think we just saw it in there, 387 wins or something like that. So play on Saturday, we're going to try to get the win for him.
I mean, it like I say, it's kind of the timing is good because it sort of speaks to what he has contributed to this team for 9 years, being able to prepare you to go out and get a win like that. And I'm not sure that without that kind of coaching, you'd be able to get that kind of win tonight.
Yeah, he usually just kind of teaches. Have to be good on the defensive side, and I thought that we were great tonight with that, I guess, as a whole. And in terms of me, my first season here, I could tell that that's kind of what he wanted, and took me some time to kind of, I guess, learn that, and I'm still trying to learn it too, but he's a great coach, and he definitely knows what he's doing, so I just got to listen to him.
Was this a particularly good matching game for you guys?
Yeah, I think most of the time when we play at home, we try to get some line matches, I guess, but against a team like this, their top line's got like 190 points or even more than that, so it was important tonight that we kept them off of the score sheet, and I think we did that. So.
As a coach, what is something that you guys see that perhaps the fans don't see that makes him such an effective coach to you guys?
I think for me, I've had some coaches that get really mad and stuff like that, and if you're not playing well, they can be very negative, I guess you can say, and sometimes we're not playing well. He tries to stay as positive as he can, which is good for us, and he kind of calls it like he sees it, in terms of, I guess, the game that I play. I've had some ups and some downs here, and if I'm not playing well, he'll tell me. If I'm playing well, then he tells me. So I think that's definitely a good thing for sure.
Just how much did the attention to details for you guys and the commitment play a difference?
Yeah, I think tonight was probably, I'd say, one of our best games of the season in terms of that. The turnovers and stuff like that, we didn't have a lot of them, maybe like less than 5, which was great to see. And as a whole, I don't think we got hemmed in our end, maybe a couple times, but I thought it was a good game.
Do you think that was the difference between tonight and maybe like the LA, Anaheim games where obviously the big Western teams came in and kind of manhandled you a little bit?
Yeah, it's a bit of a different team here. I'd say they're more skilled here, but again, I think they're second in the NHL in points, so they're skilled and they're fast. I thought that we did, I thought we handled that well. And in terms of the teams, like the Kings and stuff like that, if we try to play the exact same way, I think we should be fine.
Do you think there's a reason why this team is more equipped to handle these situations now and play against these teams more competitively?
Yeah, I think we've learned what we kind of need to do. There's a lot of new faces here and stuff like that, and we just talk about it when we play against the top teams in the league. You can't be, I guess, too cute. You got to get pucks in deep, and the game that we lost there, I thought that we had a lot of turnovers at the blue line that kind of came back the other way. So I thought tonight that we did an extremely good job with that.
Power play goals in 2 straight games now. Can you guys start to feel that unit clicking again like it was earlier in the year?
Yeah, I mean, the power play, we were at like 34% or something like that. It's not going to stay up at that. So the power play is very up and down, At the end of the day, though, if you just try to get some pucks on net, which we did tonight, they're eventually going to go in. So.
How much emphasis would you say you guys put on having patience with the puck tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't want to just give them the puck back. If they have the puck the whole game, it's definitely not going to be a good thing. They got probably 5 or 6 guys that are extremely skilled and stuff like that. So I thought that we did a very good job tonight, and not just, I guess, giving them the puck back and stuff like that. It was good to see.
When you're playing a game like this, it's going so well. Do you have time as a player to look back and say, "Oh, we're really playing well"? Or is that you don't wait until you see the video?
Yeah, I mean, I think during the course of a game, you don't really think about that kind of stuff. You just kind of just try to focus on the job that I guess you have as a player. And when the game's done, you can kind of look back and say that that was a good 60-minute effort. And I think that's exactly what we had tonight.
Back checking and coming back to our own zone.
Ryan thought it might be the best performance of the season. Maybe.
Yeah, we played that good game in Vancouver, where the other team pretty much had nothing. But today was top 3 probably.
The trick now, obviously, the challenge to keep playing like this against some really good teams. You're going to keep playing.
Yeah. I mean, it's schedule is only going to get tougher, and we play almost every other day, so it'll be tough. But as long as we stay fresh and mentally sharp and just keep skating and battling, it's going to be good. It's definitely not going to be easy, but biggest thing is not to get comfortable right now.
What does it mean to you to see Krug tie Art Ross on the all-time wins list?
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Congrats to him. He's reached a few milestones there in the past year or two, I guess. And goes to say that he's a great coach, and when we execute his game plan, we're going to get wins. And he's had quite a few of them.
What's he like as a
has been kind of an ongoing issue right in front of the net for them to limit guys as much as they did. Is that something that you think is sustainable and that you hope could last the rest of the season?
Yeah, we've done a great job. The past couple of games, at least, in our own zone, and our defense, making plays, we're breaking out, and then just keeping their head up when the other team has the puck and taking the guy on the side of the net, who's usually the most dangerous guy. So we've been kind of taking a step back and just taking it easy and really not doing too much. So that's been working for us, and then also blocking a lot of shots, which has been great. So we really tightened up defense, and then obviously resulted in wins.
You're in a unique position because you all the plays in front of you. How did you see the play in front of you? What was working so well today from you as an observer? I know you're more than an observer, but what was working so well?
Well, we were managing the puck pretty well. Defense was, we had the puck, we didn't just throw it away.
To review Tuca, he said for an answer, almost mistake-free game. Almost.
Yeah, it was a great game. The execution was great. I thought from the first minute on till the end of the game, we were on our toes, limiting their transition game and their speed, and that's what they want. And I thought it was a solid effort from everyone.
What worked so well for you in your line mates against Cameron?
Same thing as the rest of the team. I think being on our toes and trying to deny their options, I guess, and their transition game. That's when they get a lot of speed and a lot of space, they're very dangerous. They're great players. They're going to make the plays. So I thought it was a great effort from the 5 guys on the ice to try to deny their options.
How much did patience play into the puck management tonight?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, you got to kind of stay patient, especially against a team like that. I think they're that's what they want. They want you to kind of force them to go at them, I guess, and then they're going to take advantage of that. So sometimes being patient, especially in our zone, was beneficial.
Claude's obviously been pretty instrumental to you during your career. What does it mean to see him tie Art Ross for all-time league wins?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a great honor, I'm sure, for him. He's one of those guys that always puts the team first. So, but it's well deserved. He's an amazing coach. I've been very fortunate to be under him for a lot of years and learning, and he's been very successful everywhere he's been. So it's well deserved.
Patrice, is there a reason why at this stage of the season this team might be better equipped to handle a game like this as opposed to maybe some of the bigger games you guys haven't handled so well against tough teams?
Yeah, I think well, hopefully, over the course of the year, you learn from that. And at this time of the year, we've talked about the schedule being tough and being a challenge, and we have to step up as a team. And I think the playoffs are coming up fast, and we know we talk about the standings, how tight it is, and these are going to be the type of games that you have to play if you want to be in the playoffs. So you need to make sure you bring your game, not just for tonight, but for the rest of this season. We know it's a big game again on Saturday, and it starts all over again. So, but we got to be happy with the way we showed up tonight.
Claude is either loved or hated by the fans, but what's something that you guys as players see that perhaps the fans don't see, and how he interacts with you guys?
I think it just has a great feel of knowing how to handle every individual, I guess, and finding ways to get everyone going. He's one of those guys that is always, let's say with one guy you have to go hard at him, and other guys you kind of have to take the long road. And he always has a great read for that, and he's always been fair with everyone, and that's why you want to play against for a coach like him.
I asked Tim Thomas that once. I asked him what is his strong point. He said he's fair. That's all the player asks is fair. Be fairly treated.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's one of those things where you can get caught up in this league, and especially as a coach, and you need to have the players on your side, obviously, and want them wanting to play for you. And I think he's done a tremendous job of that. I think everyone wants to go on the ice and leave everything out there for Claude, and it's all in his honor. I guess it's all it's one of those things where he does the right things, and he says the right things at all times, and makes us better players and persons.
What did Lee do tonight, especially in the first two periods? Like the chemistry was there for you guys.
Yeah.
200 feet.
Yeah, I think we just went out there. We played. We talked before the game that maybe we were thinking a little too much last game, and communication is huge. But at the same time, you have to go out there and play. And Lee's he's been in the league for a long time. He knows where to be. His position is great. So and he plays hard. He's really strong on the puck. So for us, it was just about going out there and being good on the forecheck and talking, especially against a line like Anisimov and Kane and Panarin. They're great players, and obviously it was about really being on our toes.
Thank you.